Well, in that case,
let me since you brought that up, I'm going to hijack this, Phil. I don't want to get into depths on Picard. Eggy and I are going to talk about that on Monday, so I'm not going to go into all of that.
thank God.
I just was, I just want to get a discussion. When I was looking at the comments, I gave it a fairly positive review. With cautiously optimistic, if you want to call it that. But the comments below was
Hey, Leanne.
Hey, Leanne. The comments below were all either, okay, maybe I'll give this a try, or fuck them. I've been hurt too much. I'm not giving these assholes. They ruined everything. I'm never going back. I don't care how good it is. So my question I posed to the panel is, is that the right method? Do you deny yourself something you might enjoy? Yes. Is it more important to screw over these corporations, or are we making sure that they'll do crap when the crap stuff, because of the nature of the IP, gets really good ratings, and by the time they've heard us, we give when they actually course correct and we don't watch it, then they get bad ratings. Say, well, I guess they all want the shit stuff.
Let me answer your question by asking you a question. If your wife cheats on you for 10 years and then you leave her, do you take her back with the hopes that going forward she won't cheat on you anymore?
As if she cheated on you with
a big flat, the entire football team of the high school football team.
She only cheated once, and that was with an entire battalion of 600 men.
Well, I feel like the comparison kind of doesn't hold up, since they kind of got rid of everybody that was in charge of Picard, and now this is a new group of people that are trying to right the ship. They're like, so it's like I got maybe if my wife cheated on me, so I got rid of her, and I married someone else for her second season, and she cheated on me, so I got rid of her.
And then she wanted a threesome. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah. But then the new girl comes in, and she's very loyal. She's awesome, but I've been hurt too much that I don't give her a chance, even though she had nothing to do with the past stuff.
Wait a minute, is the new girl season 3 of...
Yes.
Yeah. Are we talking about Picard, or is just just slipped into reality?
whole camera works.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Picard. We're talking about Picard.
Work with me here.
I don't know, man. I think that they do this and they rub it in your face, and then they insult you, and then they call you like a Nazi for not liking it, and then they're like, "Okay, we're sorry. Come back. We promise." I don't know, man.
I guess it's like, who's we? Because the people that did that are gone. They are not. All the writers, everything. This new guy comes in here and goes, I'm with you guys. They fucked my Star Trek. I'm going to make a good one.
Wasn't what's his name, Picard himself, involved in the writing on the past 3 seasons? Though a lot of that stuff was
the past 2. He was given nothing for this 3rd season. He's just the actor.
Okay, but okay.
Stand there, say your lines, and shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
But he's they. You ask who they are. He's they.
Well, that's my problem, isn't it? I mean, I'm kind of the mindset of that we're all individuals and we all have agencies, so I hate to lump everybody as part of a group just because they happen to be near the group. I don't know. I'm trying to. Honestly, I'm not trying to say that anybody is wrong for saying I'm not going back. You come by your animosity. Honestly, I get it. I'm just trying to figure out at what point is it counterproductive, I suppose.
Watching season 2 was counterproductive.
It was very productive because we got a hell of a lot of views on this.
Oh, well, other than us being shills for the sake of the show.
Well, I wasn't shilling. No, Eggy and I did not shill those first 2
I'm sorry. Hacks. Other than us being hacks for clicks.
Acceptable.
Yeah. It's funny because
I'd fixed T-shirt.
Wait a minute.
Shill. It's clearly shill, not hack.
Wait a minute. I don't think a channel that's got a total of, at the moment, 5 viewers is shilling for a guy that's got a million viewers.
I think I'm one of them as well.
This is called clout chasing.
I'm
Get
three of them.
right. Yeah. I'm one of them. So
My favorite comment that I got was somebody was comparing me. He says, well, I didn't like Picard, but I did like the house that it built me. I'm like, do you think these people, first of all, if I was getting that kind of money and have a site that didn't crash, second of all, if I was going to sell out, believe me, I would stroke the shaft. I would juggle the nuts. I would swallow the gravy and get as much money as I could. There would be no negative anything in there. Just so you know, you'll know when I've sold out. Believe me, I will be covered in bling, and I will be a complete whore.
isn't it
As he crashes his gold car through the wall.
doesn't
Fucking A, right?
yeah.
You don't like an albino Mr. T.
I think the problem is I saw an article. I didn't read it, but I saw an article how Liam Neeson was saying with like Star Wars, the more you add to it, the more you deconstruct these characters and stuff, the less special it becomes. And it's true that they just keep piling this stuff on. Everybody's going on about bloody Screen 6 coming out and thinking, oh, great, and all this lot. And it's like, I watched recently Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3. Just morbid curiosity, watch them. And then I looked up, and there's about 9 of them. And I thought, I'm just going to keep it to a trilogy. Because again, yeah, you know, they just keep churning this stuff out, and it just gets worse and worse. And yet people just keep going to see it and thinking it's great. And it's the same with Star Wars and Star Trek and all this other stuff. They can't come up with anything new. They've just got to keep churning out the same old crap and just making it.
Did you see did you see the marketing for Scream 6? I laughed out loud. They are like, they show the guy on there, and the guy almost looks at the camera, the Scream guy, the Scream mask, and goes, no, I'm something different. Like, this isn't the same old Scream. We swear, guys, it's new, it's different. Come on. And it's like, oh yeah, I believe you. Wink.
I mean, I love the fact that, I mean, in the original Scream, at least there was like a reason why it was taking place. Whereas now, Sydney Bristow has now left the franchise because she's not coming back. And so it's just kind of like, it's just basically Ghostface just killing people.
She wasn't even needed in the last one.
You lived next door to Sydney Bristow 14 years ago, and because of that, I'm going to murder you. You know?
Well, they've been crying online, haven't they? Because apparently it's been leaked who the killer is at the end. It's already been leaked and spoiled it for them.
I hope it's Sydney. I hope it's Sydney Bristow.
That would be pretty ballsy.
That would be ballsy as hell.
No, it would be Dewey. He'd come back because he died the last time. Right?
It's Dewey, yeah.
Yeah, Dewey comes back.
It's just for the opportunity to kill Courtney Cox.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, don't worry, Don't worry about that. Mother Time's doing that for her. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
Hey, David, we said cut. Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm doing.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I was.
Well, let my guard down.
No, don't let your guard down. But I was telling Phil earlier that I was, when I watch something, there's invariably at some point during whatever I'm watching, even if I'm enjoying it, I'll just tap the screen to see how much time is left. Just, I don't know. Sometimes I do that. And I kind of figured I was maybe halfway through it, and I was surprised to find there was only 10 minutes left. I was a good, 4/5 of the way through it. I was like, I must be really enjoying this, because I was wanting to see what was happening next. I actually got to the end. It's like, oh, I want to see the next episode. I was like, that's a new feeling. I haven't felt that in 14 years.
What is this joy I'm feeling? I don't understand.
Having a human emotion. I don't understand this.
That's that serotonin hit again.
I'm not quite sure why we get a day later. Hayden. I'm not quite sure why we get a day later in the UK. That just seems a little bit ridiculous considering the internet and this day and age.
Yeah, I think it's because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah, maybe. Do you know what I was pleasantly surprised at, Yoda? When we talk about Mozzarella, they actually made 7 of 9 look like a decent looking woman again, rather than just some
Yes. Yes. Let's not get too far into it because I could go on.
No.
I just thought there was some really good stuff in there. I love the music. I think there is the thing that's got me hopeful is that I have seen Robert Meyer Burnett and Dave Culkin or Cullen and a couple of other people, Critical Drinker, who have seen all of it and are practically gushing. And these are guys that have hated. For the same
You know what's
reasons that
funny?
we have the originals.
Do you know
the
what's
others.
funny though? I was going to say, do you know what's funny? It's been watching Doomcock still hate it, and that guy is just, I understand where he's coming from. That he's kind of, I feel the same about people who say that they like the new, the Star Wars trilogy, the new sequel trilogy, and I hate those people because they're giving money to Disney, and Disney are carrying on making this stuff. But Doomcock is just kind of like, no, I'm not going to like it. I refuse to like it, no matter how good it is. He has been burned.
His face.
Yeah, he's been burned too much.
Well, this is what I was saying earlier, and this is where I struggle. It's like, yes, we've been burned, and yes, that stuff is still crap. But if they actually make something good, am I supposed to just hate it because the past stuff has been crap? Is that how it works now? I don't. Doesn't seem authentic to me.
I know, and
I can understand. I mean, I've got to look. I know a lot of people shit on Doomcock. I've got respect for the man. He puts himself out there. He's more often wrong than right. He still keeps going, and he's. I think his heart's in the right place. But it gets to a point where if everyone say Picard is good and it's like real Star Trek, then just watch it and enjoy it. You can't just not watch it just because the last 2 seasons have been shite.
it's like I say, it's a tough one because it's like with Star Wars. I got to watch the new stuff because I just want to see something good, but I'm disappointed every time. Mando's out in a couple of weeks, and I'm really hoping it's going to be good. I have watched Mando season 2 again, which has been such a brilliant bit of TV.
Both seasons of Mandalorian were good. Not perfect, but they were good.
Yeah.
Even though everything else, or most everything else out of Star Wars, at least on the movie front, they've all been shit. Boba Fett was bad. I like the Bad Batch. What else has there been? Oh,
I've started watching the Rebels, but I can't get into it. It's too kiddie for me.
You need to get through the first. Once you get to the second season, it gets better. But the first season, it kind of lays down some groundwork. But I get it found its voice, but it's very much a little bit like Clone Wars. It takes some time to find its voice. I thought it has some really amazing moments in it. It's just you got to get there.
I'll stick with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I again, I'm going back to the question it's like I'm loath to support the corporation because corporation. I'm loath to support and give money to Disney even when they do well, or to Paramount or whoever else even when they do well, because then it's like, they're going to keep, if they don't get enough of a hit, if they don't really get enough of a hit, where everybody on the leadership gets changed over and everything, then you're going to get a lot more of the bad with a smattering of good, just enough to keep them afloat. And that's what I think is.
I was going to say, maybe
that's the only argument I could come up with.
No, I was going to say, maybe then they've got like a plan that is kind of like every now and then churn out something good just to keep people on the hook. Then we can do the cheap crap again, blah, 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 churn it out for another couple of years, then do something good again.
It's a catch-22, isn't it? Because you want to reward good work, but at the same time, you don't want to encourage them to give them that full sense of hype, to give them the opportunity to produce more shit.
But this is where we are.
I know none of these people are setting out to make shit, but they're so mired in their whatever lunatic bubble that they're stuck in that they don't even have the concept of it, of why it's bad. But it's got to be some cooler heads above, like David Zaslav now with HBO. There's got to be some cooler, or Warner or whatever. But there's got to be some cooler heads above that have, the authority to say, no, this is crap. You're a lunatic. We're gonna have to move on. Sorry. And there's nobody there at Disney. Iger is back in charge, going to do all the same woke lunatic stuff he's been doing.
Yeah, because he started the ball rolling in that direction anyway. So,
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.